What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl, and today we are going to talk about the YSL trial and Little Woody was on the stand. So yeah, let's talk about that. 9:30 a.m. Court started early Monday morning. Judge Whitaker and the attorneys have been hammering out the instructions that will be given to the jury this morning. Attorney Doug Weinstein renews his call for a mistrial based on Copeland being coerced by Judge Glanville. Judge Whitaker says she does not agree and his motion for a mistrial is denied. At 9:50, Little Woody, which his name is Kenneth Little Woody Copeland, has reluctantly agreed to testify after asking Judge Whitaker several questions and complaining about being bothered. The jury left the room and is now going through their notes to find any notes taken about Copeland and turn over the portions related to the testimony they have been told to disregard. The jury was told they must disregard any testimony by Copeland and evidence presented at 3 p.m. June 12th. That includes Copeland's answers about involvement with the Atlanta Blood game. 10:05 a.m. update. The jury has returned and Judge Whitaker read the instructions that were agreed upon. She tells them not to concern yourself about why Judge Gurl Glanville is no longer on the case. When asked to stand up, if any of them had an issue disregarding the majority of Copeland's testimony, no one stood up. So, 11 a.m., Little Woody is back on the stand. Deputy District Attorney Simone Hilton is questioning Copeland. Most of his answers are, I do not recall. Copeland says that he doesn't remember anything from 2015. I don't recall nothing that happened years ago, Copeland said. He is making it clear that he doesn't intend to answer most of the questions. However, he does admit that he met with the police multiple times, but he says he was lying whenever he spoke to them at that time. 11:45 update. Kenneth Copeland testifies that Detective Thorpe has the brain the size of a squirrel and he could tell him anything and he would just go for it. Copeland also said that he is not trying to help Young Thug out now. He says he doesn't care nothing about him. He supposedly cares about the truth. Copeland also says that the police told him in 2015 that they wanted a big fish and he was a little fish, and his motives at the time was to convince them he was telling the truth. Now, Copeland also admits that he doesn't want to say anything that would result in him being locked up. I understand that. Additionally, the jury was sent out briefly after the defense made a motion for mistrial. Now, during questioning, prosecutors Hilton told Copeland that police had verified the information he gave them. Attorney Brian Steele protested, saying such a statement by the prosecution was improper. Judge Whitaker denied the motion for mistrial, but admonished the state, telling Hilton that she needed to be careful with her words. 12:15. The state's prosecutor asked Kenneth Copeland if he unalived Donovan Nutt Thomas. The state had told Copeland previously that if he says yes to this question, they will put him in jail. Copeland's answer was no. And it wasn't very convincing. When asked if he went to talk to Detective Thorpe about where he was on January 10th, 2015, and to tell him that he did not unalive Nutt, Copeland appeared to be confused. Court is taking a break until 1:30 for lunch and to give Copeland the opportunity to talk to his attorney. At 1:50, the judge attorneys The judge, attorneys, defendants, jury, and Kenneth Copeland have returned from lunch. Copeland continues to answer the majority of the questions with I don't recall. Occasionally, he will reiterate that he was lying about almost everything in 2015 in order to stay out of jail. 2 p.m. Deputy District Attorney Simone Hilton is questioning Kenneth Copeland about a trip to Miami that reportedly took place after the Donovan Nut Thomas unaliving. Several members of YSL reportedly went to Miami after he was unalived. Now, Copeland is still replying, I don't recall, to most questions, and says he doesn't recall being in Miami or remember telling detectives that Young Thug started treating him differently in Miami. Okay. It was interesting today. I must say it was interesting today. Now, Kenneth Copeland is being questioned. This is at 3 p.m. Is being questioned about Rich Homie Quan. At 4 p.m., Kenneth Copeland is still on the stand and is still being questioned by DDA Simone Hilton. Hilton has asked him several questions about events that happened in 2015, in addition to questioning him about Rich Homie Quan. She also asked him about Trevante Turner, who was reportedly shot and unalived in late June inside a residence on Peyton Place Southwest. Hilton also asked Copeland again if he unalived Donovan Thomas, and Copeland replied, "How many times you gonna ask me that?" And then court took a brief break. So it was like every time she would ask him something, I don't recall. Can you explain that? I don't recall. I was like, oh my God. Like, what is going on? So the judge denied, the motion for mistrial. I just want to know how long this is going to go on. That's what I want to know. How long is this trial going to go on? Because I feel like it's been going on forever. What do you guys think? And how do you feel about, I have a question for you guys as well, if you answer. How do you feel about his testimony today? You know what, I'm glad Judge Glanville was removed. That was a good thing. That was a good thing for him to be removed. But how long is this trial going to last? And you could tell that little Woody was getting irritated. Let me tell y'all got something. There's nothing wrong with little Woody. He acts as if something is wrong with him, but I don't think anything is wrong with him. I think he's very smart. Okay? I think he knows how to do certain things when it needs to be done. Okay? And when it comes to this court, he knows how to play his cards. So I don't think anything is wrong with little Woody. I think he is a smart dude. He just knows how to play the game. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. If any more updates come out, I'll let you guys know. Let me know, how do you feel about this whole YSL trial? Do you think it needs a mistrial? Do you think it needs to be over with? Are you tired of it? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys later.